Hi, Michael. There's going to be a protest before the game on Sunday. What do you make of that, just supporters taking the time to do this now, particularly where you've just overseen 2 really good wins?
Yeah, I don't think it connects with the 2 wins, to be honest. I think it doesn't affect the team. I think fully respect the supporters. They're incredible. They have been for so long, and have had a lot of highs and some downs as well. But I'm not offended by it or anything, and the players certainly aren't. I think within the stadium, the support we felt, and that's been there for all the games that I've watched for quite some time, has been of the highest level, and I'm sure to continue to be like that. The connection that we've had over the last couple of weeks has been pretty special, and we've both fed off that. I think the supporters have fed off it. We have as a group, the players certainly have, and that's something we need to keep and building on moving forward, because that's exactly how we want it to be.
I know it was a few years ago, but in your book you wrote that the Glazer family have been great owners and deserve huge credit. There's been progress on and off the field. A lot of supporters would disagree with your claims on that. I mean, do you still think the club can be a success with the Glazer family as the owners?
Yeah, I think we've had a good couple of weeks and we're moving in the right direction. We want to keep building on that. So I think that's part of the focus here is to never get satisfied with what we've just done and keep moving forward. And the off the pitch, whatever goes on in and around the club is not really for us as a playing group to worry about and let that affect performances. I think it's what we feel, what we can grasp at the minute. We feel the utmost support from the supporters as much as ever, and that's where we want to keep moving towards.
Carrick breaks silence as Old Trafford braces for protest storm. A tense atmosphere is building around Old Trafford once again. Manchester United may be riding the high of 2 stunning victories, but beneath the roar of recent success, a deeper unrest is growing louder, and it is set to spill into the streets this weekend as fans prepare protests against the club's ownership. Ahead of Sunday's Premier League clash with Fulham, United manager Michael Carrick has finally addressed the rising wave of supporter demonstrations, insisting that the team remains focused and unaffected. Carrick was calm, composed, and unwavering as questions swirled about the growing anger directed toward the club's hierarchy. "Honestly, I don't think this has anything to do with the last 2 wins," Carrick said. "It doesn't affect the team." Despite the noise outside the stadium, Carrick made it clear that neither he nor his players feel pressured or offended by the planned protests. Instead, he emphasized his respect for the supporters who have stood by the club through years of turbulence. "I have complete respect for the fans," he continued. "They are fantastic. They have maintained that for a long time, through many ups and downs, but I don't feel offended or anything, and I think the players certainly don't either." It is a striking contrast, a team surging forward on the pitch, while tension continues to simmer behind the scenes. Carrick's reign has begun with a dreamlike start. Emphatic wins over Manchester City and Arsenal have reignited belief and brought a surge of momentum back to the club. Yet even as results improve, the conflict between supporters and those in control of Manchester United refuses to fade. The 1958 fan group has been among the most outspoken voices, launching fierce criticism at co-owner Sir Jim Ratcliffe, accusing him of turning the club into a circus. At the same time, the Glazer family's long-standing ownership remains under heavy scrutiny, with fans continuing to voice frustration over what they see as financial exploitation and a lack of true football ambition. But Carrick insists these boardroom battles are separate from what happens on match day. "Inside the stadium, the support we feel is at its highest level," he said. "I'm sure that will continue." For Carrick, the atmosphere within Old Trafford still belongs to the players and the supporters united behind them, regardless of the protests planned outside. He described the growing bond between the squad and the fanbase as something powerful, even special. "The connection we've had over the last few weeks is quite special," Carrick explained. "Both sides have been motivated by it. It is that connection Carrick believes must be protected as United push forward during this crucial transitional period." Sunday's match against Fulham now carries added weight, not only as another test of United's form, but as a moment where the club's fragile balance will be on full display. Outside the stadium, frustration will echo. Inside, Carrick hopes belief will rise louder. For Manchester United, the battle is not only for points, but for unity in the middle of unrest.